Papua New Guinea's sovereignty is not for sale. My fellow Papua New Guineans, leaders, guardians of our land, sons and daughters of this blessed nation, I stand before you today with a heavy but determined heart. We are confronted with a momentous decision, a decision that will shape the destiny of our country for generations to come. I speak of the so-called Pukpuk Treaty between Papua New Guinea and Australia, a treaty that, beneath its promises of security and partnership, hides the risk of surrendering the very sovereignty that our fathers and mothers fought so hard to protect. We must ask ourselves, are we still a proud, independent, sovereign nation? Or are we prepared to become a junior partner, a mere outpost entangled in the policies and power struggles of foreign states? I rise today to declare without apology, Papua New Guinea's sovereignty is not for sale. Let us first recall history. Since independence in 1975, PNG has walked a difficult road in shaping its defense force. In the early years, Australia promised to support us, to strengthen our military, to ensure we could defend our borders and our people. What happened? Instead of a proud, self-reliant defense force, what we were left with was a small, underfunded, ceremonial army. Yes, our soldiers are brave, disciplined, and patriotic, but without the tools, without the ships, without the aircraft, without the resources, their hands have been tied. Why? Because every so-called white paper, every foreign plan, every regional arrangement put Australia's interests first, not PNG's. We were told it was partnership, but in truth, we became dependent. Instead of building strength, we were reduced to a peacekeeping and ceremonial force. Good enough to march on Independence Day, good enough to assist Australia's regional missions, but not strong enough to secure our own waters, our own skies, our own borders. This is the bitter truth. Past defense agreements have left PNG Defense Force weaker, not stronger. And today, with this Pukpuk Treaty, history threatens to repeat itself. Let us speak plainly. The Pukpuk Treaty proposes deep integration between our defense force and Australia's. It suggests that PNG soldiers can serve in the Australian Defence Force, that our bases may be used by Australian troops, that our policies must align so as not to contradict Australian interests. What does this mean? It means PNG is being asked to merge its defence force with a foreign power. It means our sovereignty is being compromised. It means our soldiers could end up fighting in conflicts that are not ours, serving interests that are not ours, under a flag that is not ours. Are we to become a province of Australia, or are we a nation of our own? This treaty is dressed up as partnership, but in truth, it risks making PNG an extension of Canberra's strategic ambitions. It locks us into their rivalry with other great powers, dragging us into conflicts we did not choose. And once sovereignty is lost, my brothers and sisters, it cannot easily be reclaimed. Sovereignty is not a slogan. It is the lifeblood of a nation. It is the right to make our own decisions, to control our own land, sea, and air, to decide our destiny without fear or favor. Our Constitution declares us to be a sovereign state. Our ancestors fought for freedom from colonial rule. Are we now to sign that freedom away in the name of defense cooperation? Let me remind you, sovereignty means nothing if our defense force is commanded from abroad. Sovereignty means nothing if our ports and bases are open to foreign use at will. Sovereignty means nothing if our national interests are sacrificed on the altar of another country's policy. This treaty is not about partnership. It is about control. We all know the truth. Australia's sudden urgency in pushing this treaty is not out of love for PNG. It is because of the rising influence of China and other global players in the Pacific. PNG, sitting at the heart of the Pacific, has become a battleground for influence. We must be wise. China, the United States, Australia, all these powers seek to advance their interests. That is natural, but it is dangerous for PNG to chain itself to one side in a contest that is not of our making. Our traditional foreign policy is clear. Friends to all, enemies to none. That is the path of a true sovereign nation. By signing the Pukpuk Treaty, we abandon neutrality, we abandon balance, we surrender our independence and become pawns in a global chess game. Do not be deceived by promises. Will this treaty suddenly deliver new ships for our Navy? Will it give us the aircraft we need to patrol our vast skies? Will it expand our manpower so we can truly defend our 600 islands and 5,000 kilometers of coastline? Or will it, like the past white papers, offer words without resources? I put it to you, the Pukpuk Treaty will not build a sovereign defense force. It will turn PNGDF into an auxiliary trained and commanded to serve Australian needs. We will not become stronger, we will become dependent. So what is the alternative? Should PNG isolate itself? Number. We need partners. We need friends. But we must engage on our terms, not theirs. Here is what we must do. 1. Strengthen our defense force with our own resources. Allocate real funding from our national budget. Stop relying solely on foreign aid for our security. 2. Engage with multiple partners. Work with Australia, yes, but also with China, with the United States, with Indonesia, with our Pacific brothers. Balance is strength. Dependence is weakness. 3. Invest in maritime security. Illegal fishing, smuggling, and resource theft are our biggest threats. Equip our Navy and Coast Guard to defend what is ours. 4. Protect our Constitution. Any treaty that compromises sovereignty must be rejected. Sovereignty is not negotiable. Leaders of PNG, I say this to you, do not sign away our sovereignty for promises written on paper. Do not entangle our soldiers in foreign conflicts. Do not reduce PNG to a pawn in another nation's strategy. People of PNG, I say this to you, raise your voices, defend your constitution, demand that your government protects your sovereignty. Soldiers of PNG, I say this to you, you are the guardians of this land, the shield of our people. Do not allow your proud uniform to become the uniform of another nation. We are not weak. We are not helpless. We are not for sale. My friends, let us stand tall as a sovereign people. Let us reject the Pukpuk Treaty in its current form. Let us demand true partnership. Partnership that respects our independence. Partnership that strengthens our own defense force. Partnership that leaves us free, not bound. Papua New Guinea is a sovereign nation, and sovereignty means standing on our own feet, deciding our own path, charting our own future. We cannot merge with foreign powers. We cannot surrender our independence. We must be masters of our destiny. Say it with me. PNG is sovereign, and PNG will remain sovereign. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to PNG Ways, fighting neo-colonialism in greater Melanesian tribes from the mountains of West Papua to the islands of New Caledonia spreading along the South Pacific Oceans. God bless PNG and its defenders. God bless our defense force.